myself Prabhas Singh, Assistant Professor from ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss about a famous problem, longest common subsequence, that is LCS. This problem is more commonly asked in AK2 examination as well as in the interviews as well as written examinations of various product-based companies. Moving ahead, we will first discuss what exactly the LCS problem is. A subsequence of a given sequence is just a sequence with some elements left out. So what exactly the subsequence is, let's suppose there are some element A, B, C, D, E, F, then A, B, C is a subsequence, yeah, A, C, D, E is a subsequence of following sequence. Now, what exactly is the LCS problem? We are given two sequences X and Y. We have to find a sequence Z who is common subsequence of X and Y. So we are given X and Y. We have to find Z who is a common sequence, subsequence of X and Y, right? Whose length is longest, whose length is longest. That is, we are given two sequences X, that is X1, X2, X3 up to Xm, and Y, Y1, Y2, Y3 and up to Yn. We have to find a maximum length common subsequence of X and Y. When we solve this problem using a brute force approach, it will take an exponential time. How it will take an exponential time? That is, if we talk about an X sequence, we calculate 2 ki power, it will take 2 ki power m time to calculate subsequences of X. And then traversing these subsequences in a Y will take n into 2 ki power m time, hence it will be taking exponential time. So we tend to solve this problem using our dynamic programming in order to reduce it to m into n. So what exactly the problem statement is, we are given a sequence X, we are given a sequence Y, we have to calculate a sequence Z, who is common of X and Y, but we have to ensure that the length should be maximum. This is the first step behind the, if we talk about the optimal substructure of an LCS, that is we are given X, we are given Y, we have to calculate Z. So there are the three cases which we have to look forward. First is if X and Y characters are same. If X and Y character is A and A, then Z character is also A. And ZK minus 1 is an LCS of XM minus 1 and YN minus 1. That is, if we are getting 0 here, 0 here, so we will calculate 0 plus 1, that is 1. Next two cases are dependent on each other when X and Y characters are not same. If X and Y character are not same, it means that ZK is not equal to XM in one of the case where Z is an LCS of XM minus 1 and Y. In other case, Z is an LCS of X and YN minus 1. So basically what happened is, here if we talk about this possibilities, while calculating this, if the character matches, then we simply, this is I minus 1 and this is J minus 1, we simply see this and increase one value. If the character is not matching, what we will do is, this is I minus 1 comma J and this is I comma J minus 1. What we will do, we will take the maximum value of this and we will return here. So after calculating the first step, then we will see the recursive formulation of the same. The recursive formulation is defined as, let's see Ij. If I or J is 0, that is, let's take an example, is X is A and Y is A. So how X and Y will return Z as A? This is the journey. So first we will calculate length, that is length will be 1. So how the length 1 will be calculated as, if X is equal to A and Y is equal to A, it will be carrying the data from X not equal to something and Y not equal to something. That is, this is a problem and we are referring this sub problem to solve this. This subproblem will be carrying 0, and when one character is matched, it will be carrying 1. So what we are saying is when I and j are 0, I or j are 0, so it will be simply 0. If the characters are matching, if the x character and y character is matching, then we will take a reference of the previous I minus 1 and j minus 1 and simply add 1 to that. If they are not matching, what we are doing, we are taking the reference of a I comma j minus 1 and I minus 1 comma j, and we will be returning a maximum value. These are the three things which we have to focus on. This case 1 is related to when the characters are same. Case 2 is related to when the characters are not same, and case 3 similarly. If we talk about the algorithm of this, what we have written is we have just written the recursive formulation in the form of a pseudocode. That is, if we are taking x sequence and y sequence, x length is defined as m, here is n. For the first row, where I is equal to 1 to m, then Cij will be returned as 0. And where for the first column, this is first row, then first column is initialized to 0. The basic reason behind the same is that what exactly the reason is. Let's take an example. X is AB and Y is AB. Now, how this problem is divided into the subproblems. This will be taking a data from where X is A and Y is A. And this will be taking up data from where X is not equal to something and Y is not equal to something. What is happening here is this is 0. Here we are getting 1. Here we are getting a 2 as a length. But what are the characters? This is 0. Z is blank. Here Z is equal to A. Here Z equal to AB. This is one of the case. In another case, let's take an example. If X is equal to AB and Y equal to CB. So how this problem is divided, I will explain both the cases in this. It will be taking a reference of X equal to A and Y equal to C. Right? Now, after this, this will be taking a reference of X equal to A and Y equal to nil, and same X equal to nil and Y equal to C. So whatever the maximum in this will be returned here. Then it will be moved forward to this problem. This is other case. So what we have done here is, it is I j minus 1, it is I minus 1 and j. We are taking a maximum value here. Now, for I 1 to m, j 1 to m, what we are saying is in if condition xi equal to yj. If the characters are same, then what we have written, Cij will be taking a value of diagonal plus 1. And we have referred this that we have received this value from diagonal with the help of Bij. Else if this is the I minus 1 comma j and this is I comma j minus 1. Once we get Cij as this, Bij from upper and Cij as this and Bij from sideways. And this will help us to grab the running time complexity as m into n. Now, this is an example. If we move forward in this, what we have done is, we have written whole x here and whole y here. We have done the indexing from 0 to 6 here and 0 to 7 here, where I is referred as this and j is referred as this. What we have done is we have initialized the first row as 0 and first column as 0. Now, when I come to this situation, where the character is A and B, these two characters are not same. Let's take an example how we are proceeding. X is A and Y is B. So how we solve this problem? This will be getting a data from X equal to A and Y equal to nil and X not equal to something and Y equal to B. Now what are these conditions? While taking the solving this value, this will be taking a reference of this and this. This is what? X is A, Y is nothing. This is what? X is nothing and Y is B. So while solving this value, if the characters are not matching, so we are taking the value, upper value and side value, and we are taking the maximum of this. Once taking a maximum of this, if both the values are same, we will mark arrow as upward as mentioned in the algorithm. Right. Same we move ahead here. What we have seen is A is not matching D. So what we are seeing is for this value, we are taking reference as this. and we are taking reference as this, it will return 0 as an upper arrow. Then again, it will be taken and returning 0. Now here it comes. So what is a situation here is x equal to a and y is equal to BDCA. So where it will be taking a value, it will be taking a value from x is equal to null and y equal to BDC. So where it will be, this value is taken from their position and 1 is incremented to this. Similarly, when we move here, A and B are not same. So what we have done is upper value and side value, whichever is maximum is 1 and we have moved the arrow towards them. Then again we get A and A. So what once A and A is matched, then the diagonal value is updated by 1. Right? Here, if we have seen another character B, here we have seen another character B. So what we will do is this diagonal wala value will be updated by 1 with an arrow towards that. Then B and D are not matching, to 1 and 0 maximum, it will be returning 1. Then B and C are not matching. If we see this value and this value, it will be returning 1 towards this arrow. And then B and A are not matching. This is 1, this is 1. Then we mention 1 with an above arrow. If we B and B are matching, so what we have done is this 1 is moved to 2 and with an arrow towards the diagonal. This and this is not matching. We have mentioned 2 with an arrow towards this. So same, we keep on moving ahead and we will simply fill this matrix. The basic logic which we have to take care is that let's take an example. We have to proceed with this. While filling this value, case 1, characters are same. Xi equal to yj. So what we will do, we will simply have this I minus 1, j minus 1. We will take this value and we simply, if this is 0, we simply make it 1 with an arrow towards that. Case 2. Characters are not matching. Xi equal to yj not equal to. So what we are saying is, if this character and this character is not same, so what we are saying is this is I minus 1 comma j and this is I comma j minus 1. This value and this value, maximum of this will be returned here. If both are same, if maximum will be returned here. If maximum is this, we point arrow as this. If maximum is this, we point arrow as this. If both are same, then we have to point arrow as this. I will again let you know this part and this part. If maximum is this, then arrow is this. If maximum is this, then arrow is this. If both are same, then we have to point an arrow towards upward. This is the algorithm, this is step number 4, where which will help us to print which characters are same. That is, if I or j are 0, then return. If I comma j is diagonal, but obviously, if I comma j is diagonal, it means the characters are same. So what we are doing is, we're going towards I minus 1, j minus 1, and print xi. Else if we carries on these loops in order to enter this loop again. So where the printing will be getting sorted, printing will be done only when it is a diagonal. Let's see in this. This 4 means that X and Y sequence have Z as a common sequence whose length is 4 as longest. Length is 4 as longest. So what we are saying here is, if 4 is pointing towards upward, it means that this will not be considered. Now we come to this element and it is pointing toward the diagonal. It means that this character and this character is same. Now we reach here. 3. We do not have this character. Now we reach here, 3. This is diagonal. Then again, B and B are same. Now this 3 is coming from where? 2. This 2 is coming from where? This 2. So this symbolizes that this C and C is same. This 2 is coming from where? 1. This 1 is coming from where? 1. Here we get a diagonal. Here we get B, B. So one of the solution of the length 4 is BCBA. There can be multiple other solutions which can be taken into the consideration, but as per this example, currently we are going through this solution. Thank you.